All right, everybody, welcome. We've got something a little different today. We've got a Sunday stream, which I have not done for a while, and we have a Donald Trump virtual town hall from the Lincoln Memorial scheduled to start in about a half hour, about 7:15 p.m. here on the East Coast to 4:15 p.m. on the West Coast. So we've got a little bit of time to chat and get caught up before that happens. And when indeed it is time for that, for the purposes of avoiding copyright claims, we are going to be doing the actual town hall exclusively on Twitch. So we're on YouTube and Facebook right now, but closer to 7:15 here on the East, we'll pinch off these other streams and be exclusively over at twitch.tv/David Pakman. It is usually a better way to avoid copyright issues, but we'll be here until then. Welcome to everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I just built a fruit cage. I'm going to be imprisoning my fruits and vegetables because there are squirrels and there are birds. And honestly, I don't know what's getting them, rabbits. But in any case, we're going to be imprisoning the fruits and vegetables to try to keep animals out and keep vegetables in. And so I did that. What else did I do this weekend? I went on a socially distant walk with my mom. And, just I went on a bike ride, normal stuff, but we're getting right back into it. We've got a huge program tomorrow. One of the things I will be covering tomorrow is Kayleigh McEnany or McEnany's first press briefing as Donald Trump's press secretary. Check out what she promised not to do during that press briefing Friday.
Thanks so much, Kayleigh. Welcome. Since it's been more than 100 days since the press secretary stood up there, I wanted to get a better sense of what your plan is. Are you planning to do these on a daily basis at this point? And also, will you pledge never to lie to us from that podium?
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that.
Right. Now, unfortunately, she lied endlessly during this thing. She claimed that the Mueller report fully exonerated Donald Trump. As we know, the Mueller report could not exonerate Donald Trump on obstruction of justice. She said the Mueller report cost the Mueller probe cost the American people 30 million, 40 million, I don't know, ignoring the fact that it recovered more money than it cost. Very, very dishonest. She, on and on and on, just lie after lie. So tomorrow we'll go through all the lies that she told, promising not to lie and immediately lying. We also had over the weekend a whole bunch of crazy, crazy stuff. Here's one protest in Arizona. It's crazy to even call it a protest, but here it is. Right. So anyway, my favorite thing here is douchebag spelt Duke bag or deuce bag. Anyway, I don't have to say too much about that. I did put a tweet out that, Trump and flunkies keep claiming we have a very low death rate. Of course, our death rate is 14th highest in the world. And, if the Trumpists don't want to count these little countries when it comes to testing rate, if we also don't count them when it comes to death rate, we have the 9th highest death rate in the world. Not exactly that low death rate. Here's another video, another protest. I don't even know what's happening in this one. Take a look. Like, what is even happening? Yeah, I mean it's reminiscent of like that website World Star Hip Hop that just posts fights between people. It's absolutely crazy what's going on, and that's what we're dealing with. And you can rest assured that will lead to many, many more cases upcoming. Welcome to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Make sure that you have liked the stream and smashed that subscribe button. If you have questions, comments, anything you want to have me address, send it via a super chat on YouTube. It'll appear in that very sad looking gray box in the bottom left. We did get a super chat from Brody Andrew Mulligan, who says restaurants are back open in Texas. I am scared. We need like 3 or 4 of them before they actually show up here. But Brody is here, and I would be scared. Just avoid restaurants is what I would probably advise. Also, Rebecca Carranza has subscribed over on YouTube, and I very much appreciate that. YouTube Super Chats. I will be answering questions there. Also, want to say thanks to a few folks over on Twitch. Vibes Fruit has just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Pappy McPappers has just subscribed as well. And so has Ms. Thumper. Don't call her Mrs. Ms. Thumper has subscribed on Twitch as well, which is very, very exciting. The latest official numbers, just to get caught up, the global case toll has surpassed 3.5 million. The real number is, of course, much higher. We are approaching 250,000 deaths. There were a lot of lunatic right-wingers. There's a dude named Bill Mitchell who said, let me know when this thing kills 30,000 like the flu. Well, Bill, we're about 10 times past that. Would love to hear from Bill. A lot of cases still being found. 80,000 new cases today, 83,000 new cases yesterday, and about 3,400 deaths today. The United States numbers officially now approaching 1.2 million official cases. The real number is probably between 4 and 24 real cases. We are at 68,549 deaths officially. And, the exact number is not that. Also, we are increasingly seeing, of course, these very high population states. So you've got a couple things. States with very high populations and that are in this New York, New Jersey epicenter have a lot of cases. States with a lot of testing. So like here in Massachusetts, we're one of the top testing states, and we have a lot of direct flights to China. We have a lot of cases. But then you were also starting to see more and more new cases in places like, on a percentage basis, Virginia. Virginia's numbers up, 6% today. That's a lot for them. Florida, which seems to be hiding deaths, as we reported to you last week, they're getting more cases. Ohio getting more cases. Texas. Michigan has had a lot of cases from the beginning. Even Iowa now, a 5% increase in cases today. Tennessee, a 4%. So if all of these places keep adding 4 to 8% every single day, those will be the epicenters soon. Georgia, by the way, is a fiasco. Georgia is very, very quickly. Let's see what happened yesterday in Georgia. Georgia yesterday with another 800. Yeah. Georgia, which has made a lot of, has bragged a lot about reopening, an absolute and total fiasco is brewing in Georgia. And I would not expect that to turn around anytime soon. Things are improving here in Massachusetts. We have a relatively low hospitalization rate, and the case growth rate has been declining, and it's down to about 3%. So hopefully in 2 weeks, we're going to be in okay shape. A few other super chats coming in. Oh, no. Oh, so first, actually, over on Twitch, Cynical Insomniac has just subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Over on YouTube, Jeremy Bot says, keep up the good work, Paxter. Unknown Prodigy says, what kind of bike do you own, mountain or road? I have a hybrid, or some might call it a crossbreed, or a mutt is what I call it. May Queen sends a super chat. Tristan McCoppin says, I think with multiple extremely irresponsible reopenings, COVID deaths in the U.S. could reach 1.8 million. What are your thoughts? I don't know anything that I don't know any more than the models. It's conceivable you could have a number that high. It's conceivable. Adrian Benningfield says, hi, David, can you do an interview with Bo of the Fifth Column? He has some wonderful and useful ideas. He has prep list videos, you alpha male, you. I will check that out. That's an interesting idea. JR says, political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectable, and to give an appearance of solidity to pure wind. George Orwell. I'm not familiar with that quote, but I believe you are telling me the truth, and it is particularly relevant today, I would say. Thanks to Faux Cube for subscribing on Twitch, and UFK Kennard. Darth Bane has also subscribed and says, hey, did you see the other sexual harassment claim against Biden and that then was disproved in under 24 hours? I did not. Yeah, you know what? So for a while, people were saying, David, you're not talking about Tara Reade enough. We now have 5, and by tomorrow we'll have 6 clips related to Tara Reade on the YouTube channel. Now people are angry because I'm saying the wrong things about Tara Reade. What we call this is a disagreement. You just disagree with me. I'm not calling for Biden to end his campaign. Biden's winning every poll. Candidates typically don't end campaigns when they're winning every poll. It seems like we just disagree. It wasn't, but people have to be honest. It wasn't just that they wanted me to talk about it. They wanted me to talk about it and say exactly what you believe. And the craziest thing, the people saying I wasn't talking about it enough were being very loud, but every single clip about it on my YouTube channel gets like no views because most of my audience doesn't seem to actually be focused in on that story. It's incredible. I mean, listen, what's been reinforced is I just need to do the show the way I want to do the show and the way I've always done the show, which is I talk about what I want to talk about, how I want to talk about, in proportion to how much I want to talk about it, and let the sort of cards fall where they may. I think that's what we're learning, my friends. Okay, other super chats coming in. Brian Holiday says, we will always love Bernie for pushing us all to the left. How can we at this point move forward and see his ideas become legislation? We need to have some other folks push the ideas forward. And I've got a bunch of videos about that. Anna Burgos, David, have you heard a study saying a different strain of the virus came from Europe to the Northeast, which could be why we resemble numbers from the EU? I heard that, but I don't know that to be true. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Also, thanks to Tarek the Drum for the sign up. Hannah Laura Clemenson says, love your garden updates. My garden is the biggest ever this year. Calling it my Corona victory garden. Love the show, David. Thanks, Hannah Laura. Constance Neal says, wasn't going to watch, but excited to see you react. Yeah, I think this will be interesting. There is going to be propaganda until quarter past the hour. So we're just going to keep chatting until that point. Let me say an incredibly sincere and massive thank you to Christos and Catherine Thivios, who are, I guess together, are new member number 1 today at joinpacman.com. And I also want to say thanks to, wait, where did this go? Xana Matthews. Xana Matthews is new member number 2 today at joinpacman.com. We very, very sadly took some hits in March and April. We lost 722 paid subscribers because of the virus. I mean, we know why it is. Everybody's tightening the belt. I get that I am not a priority when people have to pay rent and so on and so forth. I get it. But if you are in a position where you can support the work that we do, please grab a membership at joinpacman.com. Everybody will get a huge thank you from me live on stream. We're talking about $2 a month if you use that coupon code. That coupon code is illegal in some smaller countries. It's too crazy of a coupon code, but we're allowing it here in the United States. If you use the coupon code 2020 now, it's only $2 a month. And if you pay for the year, it's only $1.80 a month. So 722 people, we're still here for you. I get you had to cancel because we all know what's going on. But thanks to the support of lots of new folks who have signed up, we hopefully are going to be able to come close to balancing that out. And on that note, Lisa Pelto is new member number 3 today. Thanks, Lisa. Very much appreciate it. Later, when we go over to Twitch, when this starts, then we'll talk about Twitch Prime and all of that nonsense. Let's see here. Sam Dean says, "G'day, DP. 1,406 cases in Victoria, up 22 from yesterday. 19 of them related to the meat industry. That's 22 cases from 13,000 tests yesterday. That's stunning. That is stunning." Miguel Palacios says, "Do you think Gavin Newsom can be the new face for the progressive movement in 2024? The problem is a lot of people will say Gavin's not progressive enough, that there's going to be a lot of litmus testing of Gavin. I think he's an interesting, fantastic speaker and, transmits a degree of competence that, this guy that's on your screen does not. But it's an interesting idea for sure. We will see what happens. And people are talking about Cuomo, but then a lot of people say Cuomo is not nearly progressive enough. He's basically half a step to Biden's left. So I think there's going to be a lot of fighting over who should be the people pushing forward, carrying forward, for lack of a better term, the progressive movement. Let me say thanks to Constance Neal, who has just signed up on my website, joinpacman.com, and is new member number 4 today. Constance, thank you so much. It's been so inspiring, really, to see. I came to you guys and I said, here, we're having this problem. More than 700 people had to cancel memberships because of the virus. And so many of you folks have stepped up. And so has Constance, which I very much appreciate. JR says via Super Chat, one more, then I'll shut up. Journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed. Everything else is public relations. George Orwell. Yes, that's a quote I am very familiar with. Very, very familiar with. People are saying that I went to Boston College for grad school. No, I did not. I taught at Boston College, but I went to Bentley University for graduate school, not Boston College. Okay. We are about 10-ish minutes from the start of this Donald Trump virtual town hall. We will be switching over to only Twitch closer to 7:15 for copyright purposes. Okay, so we'll be over at Twitch starting at 1:15 at twitch.tv/David Pakman. But for the time being, we are here. Let me say thank you to Abella Danger Official, who says, "Hey, David, I'm watching your stream right now. What are you up to?" I'm doing the stream, obviously. Also, thanks to Plague of the Earth for gifting 2 subscriptions. Tidewell says via Super Chat, who would you consider the most progressive governor in the United States? I don't know the answer to that. I'd have to think about that. The most progressive governor in the United States. I don't know. I would have to think about that and give you a more informed answer. Pierre Boudreau says, hey, David, this is my second try at making you say a few words in French. Please do, or else I'll going to end up broke trying to convince you. Okay, geez. Adrian Mendoza says, I've been a subscriber since 2011. I've always loved your videos. You were super sexy. Oh, my God. How is your old co-host? Lewis is fine. Lewis is fine. He is, he's participating in a lot of elements of video gaming. Many, many elements of video gaming. Exciting ones, by the way. Big thank you to Derek Miller. Derek Miller is new member number 5 today at joinpacman.com. Also, thanks to Tarek Muhammad, who is new member number 6 at joinpacman.com. And Michael Goldberg. Michael Goldberg is new member number 7 at joinpacman.com. Thanks, Michael. Very much appreciated. Don't feel obligated to use that coupon code. It's available, but you don't, I mean, pay full price by all means. You know, whatever price you want to pay is fine. CJ Barber says, I'm a conservative and new to the channel, but like listening to your perspective and look forward to seeing your conversations with Republicans in the future. A beautiful message of bipartisan tolerance. I love it. How about a like for that? Make sure to like the YouTube stream if you like that message of peace and love from CJ Barber. I love it. All right. Conrad Ami has subscribed on Twitch. And we will be heading over to Twitch momentarily for the remainder of the stream. I think it's just safer from the standpoint of copyright, from the standpoint of copyright. So we'll be switching over to twitch.tv momentarily. Couple other thank yous here. Yari Campos is new member number 8 at joinpacman.com. Roxanne Brown. Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne is number 9. I also want to say thanks to Blair Harrell. Blair Harrell is new member number 10 at joinpacman.com. Very much appreciate it. And we are expecting that this will be about a 90-minute town hall total, about 7:15 to 8:45, based on Donald Trump's schedule. For people wondering, it should be about a 90-minute town hall, starting very, very soon, very, very soon. And I do expect a degree of lying and propaganda that will be stunning. But I do expect Brett Baer and Martha McCallum to play faux devil's advocate. So devil's advocate would be actually challenging what Trump says, even if it's only to get it on the record. They're going to do faux devil's advocate, where they will be pretending to challenge, but with deliberately weak stuff. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Okay. K Smalls says, thanks for your hard work. Appreciate what you do. People do not realize how hard it is for all of us on YouTube to actually give the real news. Much love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brody Andrew Mulligan says, can I get a shout out to Candace Valenzuela, endorsed by Warren in the Progressive Caucus facing off in Texas 24 congressional primary runoff? Okay, you got it. I don't know anything about that race, but I am willing to learn. I'm willing to learn for sure. Also, a quick thank you to Lorraine Cisneros, who is new member number 11 today at joinpacman.com. On that note, we are just minutes from the start of this town hall. So I encourage you to come on over to Twitch at twitch.tv/David Pakman. It's a whole new world. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube right now, you will not believe the usernames, the insanity that can happen on Twitch. But we have moderators and we have everything. It's going to be a very, very appropriate stream in every sense. So in a few minutes, we will be going over there. And everybody with Amazon Prime, by the way, if you go to twitch.amazon.com, you can connect Amazon to Twitch and subscribe with Prime on Twitch. You pay nothing, but we get a couple bucks, which is very, very exciting, quite frankly. LD says, I'm trying to join, but got an error. 8100 what? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, but the memberships are rolling in fast and furious, so it appears to be working fine. Looks like there's 7 people right now in the process of signing up. And from what I'm looking at, it's all working swimmingly. Okay, let me do a couple thank yous before we make the switch. Jeremy Bott is new member number 12 today. And Jed Lindley is new member number 13 at joinpacman.com. And on that note, I am going to be pausing these streams on YouTube and Facebook. The analysis of the town hall, it's all happening right now, literally right now, at twitch.tv/David Pakman. Get the app on your phone or just watch on your browser. I'll see you over there right now, okay? So the stream doesn't end. Come on over, twitch.tv/